him and I'm at it again. The crystal air calling my name. Down a gravel road, box full of fur, and a mystery in the next steel blur. Catching the first made me a believer. A whole lot of coons, yoties, and beaver.
What a day, guys. What a season. We're gonna have some fun with this. We only need 13 more to break my personal record. And tell you what, I'm motivated for this. I'm pumped up. I really need it, just kind of personally redeem myself. So we're gonna check out some of these bridges and see what we can find. Now, this particular location, you can see the tracks right along the ice line here. The other side, I saw the high bank is pretty active, but this one here, they're running right down along the edge of the ice. Throwing a box down here. We're on a pretty major highway. One thing I will say for sure is these boxes, they're not for every location, guys. You really got to use your head. It's one thing to be setting a 220 in the road ditch. It's a completely different ball game to be baiting a 220. We're on a pretty major highway here, like I said, so I don't really, the risk of catching something I shouldn't is very, very slim, if anything at all. So we're gonna be really careful. We're set some of these boxes. Really thankful for Next Gen for swinging out the other night and loaning me a bunch of them. But we're gonna play with this a little bit. That high bank up there, I know I got some dog proof, so we're gonna check that out too. But it's been a while, guys. I needed this. I need to get back trapping. It's been a rough month and definitely good to be back at it. Whew. Mud with ice underneath and rocks. Not a good combination, guys. I'll tell you what, we've had traps here all year. Definitely coming through here. I almost built like a little wall here, kind of forcing them to check out the dog proof. We had a lot of traps sitting underneath the snow. That was a really bad gamble that I thought was really going to bite me in the rear end. But the snow's melting off fast. I mean, heck, just probably a week ago right now, this would be almost knee high. And right now we probably got 6 inches. So we're gonna get this dog proof baited up. And I'm expecting some good catches here, guys. I never noticed this trail went over here. I've always set where they're going through the bottom down here, but that trail there is kind of new to me. But if you look, that is why. And I bet those tracks are going right to that tree. So we'll get this set and hopefully have a catch tomorrow. This is one of my stops right here close to home. Once again, we trap pretty much all year. Took me a little bit of digging, but we found her. Also, I made it to the 4th location before I went down, so considering the snow and how slick it is, I'm happy with that. But yeah, that's awesome. A lot of sign here. Both sides are actually going up and over too, but definitely going through the tube as well. So it's crazy how far that snow goes back in there, how hard it was blowing out of the northwest up here. But yeah, we're getting some traps set. Well, we made it down this steep bank. Started digging around. I'm like, oh, there's my dog proof. Nope, that is not mine. That is a Z-trap. I do not use them, and they wired it to the culvert. So interesting. Boy, this spot's looking good. A lot of stuff coming over the top. You can see the tracks through here, all going up right underneath that little brush there. Love to have a 220, but this close to a house and the road department, we're not going to do it. So got dog proof here. This one we might try to set yet, but it's going to be underwater, so we might have to try and pull it up on the bank and see what we can do. But yeah, the snow is melting. We're going to actually get some standing water and some creeks and stuff. Could be interesting. Could be very interesting, but really good spot, and we've been here all year as well. Something else I want to point out, we're probably 35 degrees for 4 or 5 days now. Snow's melting. We had literally -10 to -18 degrees for probably 4 or 5 days in a row. right after we got this snow. So it was warm, we got the snow, got really, really cold. There's no frost in this ground at all. Absolutely none. That snow just insulated it really well, which I had a feeling it would, which is gonna make, if we do anchor some dog proofs, it's gonna be just like opening day again. Shouldn't be hard to do at all. So it's kind of what we're planning on. We'll see how far we get today, but I really want to redeem myself here. Woo! Woo. I got number 2. How's that for sign? I'm really glad I left these traps out. I was really debating on that. I did not know if that was a good decision. Like I said, at first it was immediately, this was a terrible choice, but snow's melting off. We're gonna catch some fur, fellas. Yes. Well, here we go. It's only a couple of sets, but there's some pretty fresh ones that are literally right on top of my dog proof that's been here. So I am shocked this ground is not froze in the slightest bit. That snow really insulated well. So we're gonna set it like crazy and see how far we go. Actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna check my fish stick down there in the water. Might be thawed out enough to get a piece of fish on it. So we're gonna try that as well here. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Now this is what I'm talking about. Ooh, ice ain't very thick. Now there's a raccoon trail. Gonna set our dog proofs along the edge here. Be a great spot for a box, but just not gonna be possible. Not even legal, but not even ethical either way. So there's a house literally right up the road here, so not gonna mess with that. But I'm gonna try pulling some of these coon off to the side. You know, they're going up the bank I just walked down. They're running around everywhere along the edges. Man, I could really get a pocket right in the edge here possibly too. That'd be pretty nice. Anyway, just a great trail, guys. We've been here for a little bit now. Yeah, this is all fresh stuff. This is all fresh stuff. We're gonna catch some coon here, guys. Heck yes. That is awesome. Hard to believe, but there's a beaver slide up here too, and just a little bit of everything. So looking forward to catching here. Coming back to Old Faithful location. I mean, you can just see several sets coming in and out of here. Gonna throw a box in here. Feel very safe about this spot. Very safe. So definitely, you know, like I said, you always got to be careful where you put these things, but I feel good about it. Gonna unbury my dog proof that's right down in here, and we're gonna have a couple sets in this. This looks good. I'm starting to realize just how many places I name Old Faithful. Here we're at our hot wire brush pile location. As you can tell, plenty of activity. Might work a little bit here to find our dog proofs, but we're still pretty deep, but that's all right. It's gonna be good for a few. I know it is. We'll get them found, get them baited, and I'm looking forward to this, guys. That's awesome right now. Trapping overtime. Well, here's another reason you really got to watch what you're doing. Very secluded creek here, out in the middle of nowhere. And I don't know if how the camera will pick them up. There's some massive dog tracks. I actually got some up here on the road too, so not somewhere we're gonna put a box, that's for sure. But definitely, you know, if I get some dog proofs in here, even some footholds. I mean, we got completely open water on some of these, so that might be something I do coming up, is go back through this line and bring some 1.5s with me, because yeah, I did not expect the creeks to be this open. The other side's still got ice on it, but it's probably got 6-8 inches of water on top of the ice. So until you get down there, then it's open again completely. Kind of interesting. Love this late season. It's kind of fun. A lot of work. You're putting 5 times the amount of work into every set you make versus early season, but it can be very rewarding. That's what we're hoping for. I mean, what else are you to do? I wouldn't try to walk down that. I'd end up breaking one of my arms on them or something. Whew. Got a good trail here. Oh. Broke right through. This has always been a nice little high bank trail. It goes up. We actually set this earlier in the year, but definitely worth setting on. Never fails. I walk right underneath that. Anyway, got 2 boxes down here. Another thing about these boxes too, don't ever put them on the ice. I did learn that before. Well, actually, the ice will melt throughout the day. They'll settle into it and refreeze at night. And the next day I'll do it again. It's almost like quicksand. You'll come here and your box is half frozen in the ice. It's kind of ridiculous, but no, I feel good about them. We're right off the trail here, so should be good. Should be good. We've been melting snow for several days now, and these drifts are still almost as tall as my truck. That's crazy. Well, this is Old Faithful, like number 20 that you're gonna hear me talk about. Did a lot of good trapping here over the years. This is, for a long time, the only bridge I ever trapped. Used to be a high bank running right here. You've seen me film it numerous times. And I'd have 3 dog proofs. I think my first year I had like 20 coon off it. Since then it's not nearly as good, but I'll normally pull 5 or 6 off the dog proofs up there. Right there at that clump of grass was my best beaver spot this year. I think we took 6 beaver just on the other side of it, where the kind of a wash back in there. Real good spot. We took a lot of beaver off that. But we're opening up on the edges, so we got a fish stick set in here. And we threw in one more box. Now, like I said, I normally don't put the boxes on the ice by any means, but we're right here on the edge and it's melting. It's not really even refreezing at night. And the only reason I really even did that, you can just see all the fresh sign going right up this bank. Probably just from last night or the night before. If not, I mean, it's just crazy right now. So did that, throwing a box out here in the middle. They're kind of walking along the edge, skirting across the sandbar here too. So a bridge I'm confident with these boxes to set. I've been here a long time and never had any issues. So anyway, we're gonna get down the road, keep setting, but feel good about this. I mean, you can tell this is opening right up. I mean, and there's no frozen ground anywhere. I need to start almost focusing on beaver. It's gonna be here before we know it. I'll tell you what, got a few tracks here. One good thing about having a messy truck, I actually found a couple 1.5s in there, so we got a nice blind set going right through here. You can see right there on the right side, massive trail, all going right underneath this log. It might be going over it too, but you gotta remember this snow is melting a lot every day, so these, you know, the trail definitely probably isn't nearly as good as what it was this morning. Man, that's awesome. I think the creek's gonna be fully open here in a couple days, so tomorrow we're gonna load the truck up with footholds and do a lot of fish sticks, I believe.